Hello, Bonnie.
Hey, good morning, Chris. How are you?
Ooh, good morning.
Oh, yes, it is lovely and crisp out there. This film just premiered to amazing success at the Toronto Film Festival. I was lucky enough to see it there and actually speak to you back then.
Oh, nice.
But I have to ask you, I mean, after Bridesmaids, were you looking for like a nice aboriginal musical to sink your teeth into?
I'm always looking for a good aboriginal musical. And the fact that one has come along is really fills my life with joy. I didn't, you know what, I was looking for something slightly different and something probably a little far from home after Bridesmaids came out. And this was just perfect. It's a gorgeous film and it's very funny and the music is terrific.
Yes, the music is terrific. It kind of reminded me, I don't know about you, but when, you know, a few years back, The Commitments, and which of course is from Ireland, and it just had that feel-good feeling to me. Was that how you kind of felt?
It definitely has that feel of, you know, this kind of band of vagabonds trying to make their way in the world. And I think for some reason, Irish people just really took on soul music almost as their own after the... I was 12 or 13 when The Commitments came out, so... I, like most Irish people, just thought that we created soul music.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, take ownership.
Yeah, you're welcome, world.
Okay, I have to ask you about bonding with the girls.
Green, you
I'm
see?
Sorry?
I'm trying to make Al Green Irish because his name is Green.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
That's perfect. It's perfect. Bonding with the girls. I mean, tough gig for you, Chris. But you know, you have sisters, so you know,
Yeah.
must have been was it easy for you to hang out with these gals?
They're a bunch of crazies, and I found that made me feel very at home very quickly. You know, women, as they say, bitches be crazy. And that's always been my experience, and that's where I feel most comfortable. These girls are amazing, you know, and it's kind of like they were a little family before I came on board, and
right.
And I kind of came on board almost as their tipsy uncle.
Well, that's okay. They told me they took you on as an honorary Aussie. They were proud to have you.
They're very kind.
Although it has, you know, there's a lot of fun and there's humor, there's some serious stuff going on in here. And I love the balance in this movie.
Yeah, and it was a tricky one. I think that was the one challenge that the film had was we are talking about very serious things here. And obviously all those underlying factors of oppression and suppression against the Indigenous Australian community was so prevalent at that time. And it feels like the way that they were treated, it's almost medieval. But this is only 67, 68. It wasn't until 67 that they were considered part of society. Until then, they were considered flora or fauna. But what I kind of think is great is that a lot of those films that deal with oppression can be kind of dour and maudlin, and it's kind of hard to get the point across. But because this is such a joyous film, it's a little bit of sugar with the medicine. Exactly.
And you're the sugar.
I like to think of myself as something sweet that you'd like to dip your toe in.
Okay, if we had a little bit more time, I would, you know, talk to you more about that.
I don't know why I went with toe, but that's.
Yeah, I don't know why you went with toe either, but that's okay.
Gross.
It's a family show, so no problem. I have to congratulate you on all of your success. I'm so happy when I see you and stuff, especially in Girls and all these other things that you've been doing. This is 40. I have to ask you though, you're very versatile. You're good at everything you do. Why do you think funny people make great dramatic actors?
I think that's a good question. I don't know. I think that comedy is the hardest art form, personally. I'm somewhat biased, but I do think it's a hard thing to do. And I think that comedians, I'm not a comedian, but I do think that being an artful comedian is a real skill. So they're probably skillful people.
Yeah, well, you do a great job at everything. And very quickly,
we're
going to see you a little cameo in Thor 2, I understand.
I pop in for a minute, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to bet right now it gets cut. That's what I'm going to say.
No, I'm going to go on the bandwagon to make sure that they keep it in. You know, who needs Chris Hemsworth when you have Chris O'Dowd?
That's a fair point.
Okay, there you go. Congratulations. Like I say, I hope this movie does so well. I so loved it.
Oh,
and
thank you.
Come back to Toronto. We want you here soon. Okay?
I know, please. Great town.
Okay, have a great day today, Chris.
Bye-bye.
Bye.